Alright, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Siege of Avalon, here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. We are here again in the Outer Keep. Last episode we went around and spoke with Sir Roth and with Amudam, and both informed Callan that they are going to be heading out of Avalon for a while. General Roth is going to be going to check out the eastern gates or eastern fortifications to help bolster them. And Mudam is going on a secret mission that potentially has may be able to help end the war in Avalon's favor. In the meantime, Callan's been put in charge of a number of tasks. One is to help Elazar, the wizard, recover. Another one is to check out what's the deal with the plague of undead underneath Avalon, which, if we understand it correctly, is the skeletons that Bones, Phellic assistant, raised to guard the underside of Avalon, but it seems like they're attacking everyone who is not a skeleton, including Avalon soldiers if they go down there, not just the enemies. So that's a problem. So we have a bunch of things to do. Also, we were told that we should go check out what the sages in the Inner Keep are up to. So last time we went around and we spoke with Brother Crosby, and we learned what was the deal with Elazar. He has some sort of... They can't determine what's his problem, so we talked to Elrath, and Elrath was able to determine that Elazar is under a magical curse, not just a regular sickness. So we got the herbs that we needed from Olan and another merchant Reyes in the Inner Bailey, and we brought them here. Now, I would give them to Brother Crosby, because that's the next step in helping Elazar. However, there are other things we need to do as well, and if we talk to Brother Crosby, that is actually going to move the game into the next section of the storyline. It's kind of like, so I am going to say that we're going to take care of the rest of the business before we do that. So, first thing I want to do is, let's go back to the Inner Keep. And if I remember correctly, General Roth said that Wacian, who's in charge of, the gate down to the underground areas, had to shut off the gates. And he might know something about the plague of undead, which is, might be useful to talk to him. So let's go do that. We also spoke with Tempest, and he said that he's working on a sword for General Roth, a new sword, using that special iron that we found so long ago in this playthrough. Kind of interesting, right? Wacian, you old rascal. You. I'll bet you're just waiting for all this to be over, ain't you? Be careful or you may get what you wish. Off with you now. Please listen to me, grizzled one. Sir Roth has told me that there are skeletons down below, and I am to eliminate them. Aye, that there are. But you'll certainly be mobbed if you go down there. You'll have to get word from one of the higher-ups to get me to open up now. I'll not be risking an undead invasion of Avalon unless you're ordered by one of them to go down there. Besides, last time you came down here to destroy some evil undead, you had help. There's no more lich, and yet there's skeletons. Skeletons that'll attack anything but themselves. Even rats. 'Tis unholy. And I think you should sniff around to find a better way to go about it anyway. I think Phellic might be able to help you. He told me something about concentrations of evil energy. That got me thinking about the lich. What he has to say might give you a bit of leverage. Trying to convince someone to order me to open up, Oh, sure, pal. Yes, thank you for the suggestion, Wacian. I shall go talk to Phellic presently. Alright, let's go talk to Phellic. So, Wacian requires that I obtain permission before going back down into the caves. He is certain I'll be mobbed. Huh, interesting. Well, let's go talk to Phellic. I think Phellic's upstairs. We'll go talk to Icarus's former boss. Whoa. Hey, Phellic. Welcome back, good Callan. May I help you with anything? Yes, wise one, you can. I have visited with Wacian, and he has told me that you know something of concentrations of evil energy. He believes the Lich left something behind, because there are now skeletons in the depths who will attack anything but themselves. Attack anything save themselves, you say? Now, why should that be a surprise? Well, Wacian told me that they attack rats. The skeletons are supposed to be there. They're a project undertaken by Phellic's assistant to defend the levels beneath Avalon. That's odd. Yes, odd indeed. Humanoid skeletons will usually only attack humanoid life. Very strange. Yes, I have heard of these sinkholes of evil energy before, but all solutions point to a man of the cloth, for they have a strange and powerful knowledge of both life and death. If anyone could find a way to remove the Lich's taint, that one would be Friar Massus. His knowledge in and of his field is unsurpassed. Seek him out, good Callan. He will either know or discover the answers you seek. Oh, and before I forget, be sure to check on Elazar. The healers wish your assistance, or so I hear. Alright, thank you for your advice, Phellic. I shall find him shortly. Before you leave, Callan, I have a request of you. Since my apprentice has been promoted, I find myself in need of another assistant. Someone who is willing to learn a great many things. I couldn't begin to tell you how to find such a person, but I know that if you do, you will not find him or her in the old inhabitants of Avalon. It took me long enough to find Icarus among the original inhabitants. No, this new person shall have to be a newcomer. Let me know if you find anyone promising. I'm sure you'll know the type. You've never seemed to me to be lacking in judgment. Well, certainly, honorable sage. I'll keep my eyes and ears open. Farewell. Oh, interesting. So, Phellic here needs a new apprentice. Because Icarus is gone. Interesting. So Wacian has confirmed that the skeletons will attack anything except themselves. He witnessed one attacking a rat. I have been urged to consult Phellic concerning the undead plague. Wacian has told me that Phellic mentioned something about spots of concentrated evil, and he thinks that such a condition has caused the problem with the skeletons. Phellic has pointed me towards Friar Massus, who, as a man of the cloth, has a knowledge of things both holy and unholy, and how to thwart the undead. Phellic requests that I keep my senses keen for a new apprentice for him, someone who wants to learn quite a bit. Do you think Lauren might fit that description? I wonder. Let's... Actually, no, back to the game. Let's save right quick. Yes. I'm gonna actually... Can we go to the basement? Let's go talk to Bones right quick. Let's talk to the guards right quick. The voices in the caves have stopped. I think it's a bad sign. We'll not let you down here without Wacian's permission. Very well, soldier, carry on. Ooh, I wonder if all those guys are dead. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not right. Bones, you little blockhead, what did you do? I don't actually think it's Bones' fault, but we'll see. Bones? No. Where are you, dude? Do y'all see him? I do not see him. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign, is it? Bones, you jackanapes. Here, let's go in here one more time and look at the map. Nope, he's not here. I don't know. That's weird. Where'd that little jackass go? That jackanape skeleton. Well, we'll go talk to Friar Massus, I suppose. Although we could... Yeah, let's go talk to Friar Massus. Talk to Friar Massus first. And then we'll go talk to Lauren. And then we'll go talk to the sages in the inner keep. Good day, Callan. I'm glad to see that you are doing well. I appreciate that, Friar. I've come to ask you about something evil. Oh my, Callan, have you been having impure thoughts? I have come to ask you about the undead. Although the Lich has been defeated, there must still be some kind of taint, for there are now skeletons down below that will attack anything, even rats. Phellic spoke of a lingering evil and sent me to you, since your knowledge of is unsurpassed in that area. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that, although it is true that I have devoted my life to my studies, and that they are of a specific sort. Very powerful minions of evil have been known to leave behind a trace of the same evil, like some spreading disease whose effects remain after the disease has been defeated. It is possible also that the Lich cast some kind of delayed spell that took effect after its destruction. As far as the solution to the problem, Yes, Friar, do you have an idea? At the moment, I'm afraid I do not. Usually, a group of holy men would perform an exorcism, but we do not have the numbers, and since there are skeletons down there, the journey would be perilous indeed, especially for men who are not trained in battle. I shall have to think on this for some time, Callan. It is the best I can do. Please come check with me later, as I may just think of something that might work. I know that words such as may and might don't engender the greatest confidence, but this is an interesting problem, the likes of which I have not been faced with heretofore, and I shall have to be creative. Well, very well, Friar. I shall come to check on your progress later. Good luck. And good luck to you in your endeavors, Callan. Please check on Eleazar, for Brother Crosby believes he may have found something to cure his affliction. I shall certainly do that, Friar. Farewell. Excellent. So, I shall have to check on Friar Massus later for a possible solution to the skeletons beneath Avalon. Yeah, alright. Well, you know what? I think for the moment I'm going to actually... No. I can't remember how to do this. How do I take people out of my party? I was going to... Roster? Yes. We'll remove Amori and Icarus for now. Let's see. Amori. Ready to set out? Not just yet, pardon me. Not just yet, pardon me. Okay. Because I want to just move around quickly. Let's go talk to Lauren. Lauren, do you want a job? Lauren's kind of been at loose ends. I wonder. Yo, would you like to become a sage? Dude. Good day, Callan. Good day to you as well, Lauren. Please pardon me. I'm needed urgently elsewhere. Damnation, Callan. No, he's not. Lauren's like the perfect candidate. He already knows he's a linguist already. Well... Dumb buckets. That was such a good idea, too. How about Olan? I doubt it. But let's just try Olan. Maybe Olan. I doubt it. Lauren was the perfect idea. Man, dude. This is not going to work. Olan, would you like to become a sage? No. He's like, hell no, I don't want homework. Get on my face, Callan. Alright, whatever. Let's go back. Now, there's something I remember you also can do here. It's some of the people in town, or not in town, some of the people have different dialogue at this point. I don't know if everyone does. Let's talk to these guards, for instance. Good day to you, Callan. Look, I realize I've been a bit short with you. Remember, this guy's always been rude to us. Please accept my sword arm when we face the Sha'awul in battle. It is an honor, Mikhail. And likewise, hold your faith and skill, brother. Ah, excellent. Good job, Callan. Huh? Oh, Callan, I was only just thinking of sending for you. I am an easy friend. The Sha'awul have been especially calm today. Something is amiss. So you think they're getting ready to attack? Keep your ears open. There may be a fight tonight. If you're lucky, you may get yourself a piece of the action. Well, may the spirits protect you. Uh-oh. The guards are on. That's not good. That guy has been right before. And the other, Mikhail, he's never been polite to us, and now he is starting to be polite. That seems like a bad sign. Let's talk to this guy. When is all this war gonna end? As soon as I find Mithras. You think you can't defeat Mithras? They say he can command the elements, and that he's impossible to kill. They said I couldn't find the chalice or my brother. Keep faith and skill, brother. Haha, that's right. How about you? Hail, brother of Corvus. Hail, soldier. Alright, let's talk to these guys. Anything to say? Have you seen Bonnie? She's been gone for hours. Where did she go? I don't know. Ask one of the kitchen maids. Very well. That's weird. May I be of service, sir? Okay, so a long time ago he did tell us he was from Fornax, the mage country. You told me before that you were from Fornax, correct? Yes, sir. As I said, I was a servant to one of the wizards there. So what brought you to Avalon? The war, sir. All the 7 kingdoms were required to send a number of available servants to the Citadel. My lord, a wizard, hand-selected me to be the first of his servants to come here. Oddly, he asked me to carry a few small items for him. I guess he planned all along to come here. These things I am uncertain of, Alain, but I am hearing rumors that a few Fornoxan mages have arrived recently in Avalon. Perhaps your master is one of them. It's possible, but my duties here keep me from finding out. I'm quite sure if my master did arrive, he'd head straight to wherever he could work in peace, yet have quick access to others like him. Out of curiosity, what is the name of your master? His name is Anthamas Shadowmar, of House Shadowmar, 9th Circle of the Council of Wizardry in Fornax. Most people who are not natives of Fornax simply refer to him as Anthamas. 9th Circle of the Council of Wizardry? Wow, that sounds very impressive. What does it all mean? He doesn't have to carry his own belongings when moving, and he laughs. Seriously though, sir, I wouldn't know. I'm just a lowly grunt with careful hands. I guess that's why my master had me carry this satchel of fragile, but apparently unimportant items with me when I first came here. Could you by chance tell me what those items are? I'm sorry, sir. I don't think that would be too appropriate at this time. I'm charged with keeping them, and to just let anyone look at them or know what it is I carry just wouldn't be the right thing to do. I understand, Alain. They are your master's items under your protection. It makes a little difference whether you feel they are important or not. Thank you for the understanding, sir. Not a problem, Alain. I'd do the same thing if I was in your boots. Alright, so his master, Anthamas, is a wizard of some note, probably. Maybe we'll have to keep an eye out for him. Now this dude was saying that Bonnie... Oh, there's Bonnie. What's he on about? Oh, Callan, how good to see you. It's been some time since I've seen you. I feared that perhaps the Sha'awul had taken another hero from our people. Though I've been through many trials, the good spirits have guided and carried me safely through all of them. Well, watch out for yourself. Your actions have meant a great deal to many people, and I personally would take the loss of you very sorrowfully. You were the only one who listened to me, back when those wretched beetles were infesting the basement, and I shall never forget the kindness you showed me then. Well, I consider it my duty, as well as my pleasure, to do all I can for someone as kind and beautiful as yourself. You can be quite the flatterer, Callan. I wish I could stay and chat, but I'm off to deliver supplies to the soldiers of Southgate soon. Take care of yourself, handsome hero. Well, may the good spirits draw us together soon, sweet Bonnie. Farewell. Uh-oh. Hope she's gonna be okay. Of course, she's just going to Southgate. Alright. Bonnie is to deliver supplies to Southgate. Why is it telling us this in our journal? Let's talk to the cook, Honora. Is that her? Honora. No, that's Ansan, one of the other cooks. Callan! You dash about these halls as though you've business to attend to. If you're looking for Bonnie, she isn't here. Well, where is she? How am I supposed to know? Ask Honora. I see. Farewell. She's Louise. She's like, I'm not your dating service. How about you? Holly. Looking for Bonnie, eh? She isn't here. Well, where is she? I'm not sure. I think she went to deliver some food somewhere. Why would I be looking for Bonnie, eh? Well, how'd you know I was looking for Bonnie? Haha, as if it's not obvious. Ah, thanks. Take care, Holly. Like everybody knows. Honora. Welcome again to my kitchen, Callan. How may I serve one of Avalon's shining defenders? You sound so formal, Honora. Have you forgotten the green recruit that hunted bugs in your cellar not so long ago? You've come quite far, Callan, and the lad that you were has become a man long removed from his bug-hunting beginnings. True enough, I suppose. Speaking of bug-hunting, how is Bonnie the lass who first alerted me to that particular problem? Bonnie, eh? I can tell you've had your eye on her for a while now, and don't you try to deny it. Well, she's a very sweet girl, but don't tell me you are too busy fighting the Sha'awul to find enough time for love. In these dark days, you must seize what chances for happiness that present themselves. Okay, so we can say, I just wouldn't feel right distracting her from her duties of cooking and being a scullery maid. I don't know, what is she? To ensure that these dark days do not remain so, I have no choice but to sacrifice my personal life for my duty. Yeah, that seems to be what he would say. Oh, very well, young man, but don't forget what it is you are fighting for. True enough, ma'am. Farewell. Alright. Well, the game apparently doesn't realize that Bonnie is right out here, but, you know, I guess she's gonna be going to Southgate, and she's gonna be gone for a while. Huh. Well, that's interesting, kind of. Apparently Bonnie's gonna come into the storyline again. Interesting. Let's talk to these two guys. Good day. Good day. Good day, soldier. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's actually go here and talk to those sages in the inner keep. We were told by, I think, Mudam. Alright, so let's go find the sages. Oh, there's Ambassador Joffrey. Oh, Callan, you startled me. Are you feeling well, Ambassador? Oh, one of the soldiers told me that it was, as he said, quiet. Almost too quiet. Perhaps I'm placing too much faith in a soldier's reflexes, or my imagination is conjuring images of Sha'awul pouring through the shattered gates. Ooh, I hope it's only that, Ambassador, but it's best to be prepared. Farewell. That's no good. Let's see, we need to go in here, the library where the sages are. See, is this it? Oh, come on. Where is my cursor? Yo. Yeah, we'll just cut through here. There's Captain Nicophorus, or Ambassador Nicophorus. Ah, here we are. Let's talk to Marcus, the librarian. Yeah, I know. Greetings, Callan. I am Marcus, librarian of the king. How may I help you? I've heard rumors that the sages herein have been extremely busy lately. Can you inform me as to what's going on? Certainly. Who would you like to know about? Oh, why has Sage Opias been so busy lately? Opias has been extremely involved in his work recently, ever since the arrival of his childhood friend. This Anthamas Shadamar has subsequently taken one of Phellic's old laboratories to further his work. What, downstairs? No, lad. Before Phellic moved into the basement, he used to work right here in the inner keep. You recall one of the maids was complaining about the smell as she was cleaning there at the second chapter of the game. His laboratory lies upstairs. Take the stairwell to the north, and I know where it is. Thank you. You can't miss it. The smell's still there. Any other questions? Why has Sage Fenton been busy? Fenton came across a few old scrolls folded into a mishmash of a book. It is actually a collection of notes from a different people, the subject of which are legends and rumors surrounding an ancient thieves guild. Apparently, their exploits within the city that stood here before Avalon were quite infamous. That sounds interesting for Callan, given his profession. What has kept Sage Percy occupied lately? Percy's king, Rance of Oriam, seems overly concerned with dying from poison, and has commanded him to find as many preventative measures as possible, whether from injection or ingestion. I'm not sure if Rance is afraid of an assassin trying to poison him, or from something he'll eat. Again, I do not dare to believe I know what great matters occupy a king's intellect, or to question such actions. That's a backhanded way of saying that he doesn't really think that's a very good way to spend his time. But then again, I would suggest that maybe Rance is worried about this because what happened to that other king? Remember that other king that Callan had to help save? And then there's what happened to his queen. So I don't know, maybe he's not so odd to be concerned about that. Alright, so how about some other questions? Gronk appears to be engrossed. What is that all about? Gronk has admirably been spending a good deal of time researching the land upon which Avalon stands. He believes we might be standing upon sacred ground. Surely, such news, if true, could only serve to aid our ongoing battle against the Sha'ul brutes. Okay. And Sage Ialar seems aloof. Why? Ialar has been a tad idle lately. Perhaps he grows tired of reading the works of others and aspires to draft one of his own. How about yourself? What would you like to know, Callan? I was wondering how you felt about the Sha'ul just outside our castle wall. Well, I wish they weren't there, he shrugs. What did you expect to hear? Point taken. I guess I was curious more about how you would feel if they were to somehow manage to break into Avalon, as the bugs in our basement managed to do. What, you're gonna poop your pants, Marcus? What are you talking about, Callan, you idiot? If the Sha'ul managed to break into the castle and we are forced to flee, I wonder how I'll manage to save all these books, or take them with me. I'll wager the simple-minded warriors of the Sha'ul would actually consider burning such treasures as a form of tribute to their gods. But no matter, their primitive tactics are about as likely to succeed in reaching Castle Avalon as Sir Roth is to lose in single combat with anyone, and he chuckles. I hope that's correct. Or, that might be the problem though. What if Roth goes up against, what's-his-face, Mithras? Alright, I think that's everything. Ha! Well said. I concur, but I must take my leave. Farewell, Marcus. Alrighty. So he gave us the heads up. So let's go talk to... There's Opius. I am extremely busy, Callan. What is it? Marcus tells me that you've been quite busy since your Fornax and friends arrived. The War Council summoned my friend, Anthamas Shadamar, to Avalon. He's a powerful sorcerer from Fornax, and has been charged with devising a way to improve our militia through magical means. As his friend and confidant, I, as well as Fenton, have been working to help him achieve these goals. The other sages are equally busy researching information relevant to Avalon. What are you helping Anthamas to do? To make a magic militia. I am helping him with an assignment to devise a means to dull our soldiers' sensitivity pain without hindering their minds. That's interesting. Some of the Fornaxan scrolls I've been looking over lead to a possible solution to this problem. They describe a drink of extreme potency that can sharpen a man's mind while numbing him to physical pain. Well, that sounds like you've found exactly what you're looking for, Opius. Indeed, Callan. I've managed to accumulate a list of ingredients needed to brew this potion, and have recruited Gensa to help me with the assignment. He and I had most of the ingredients necessary, and several of those we didn't have were in Phellius's old laboratories upstairs. Were there any ingredients that weren't available to either of you? Yes, but I can't remember exactly what they were. Gensa has the list. If you could spare the time, would you mind going out and checking on him? He might need some help with what he's doing, because once you start brewing the liquid, you can't walk away from it without causing it to spoil. I fear he may have already begun. Well, then I'll check on him as soon as I get the chance. Alright, so I guess we need to go check on Gensa over there in the inner... the inner Bailey. Reinforcing Avalon's militia through magical means. I'm gonna save right quick. And right here. Let's talk to Fenton then. What is it, Callan? I've got a lot on my hands at the moment. So I've recently talked with Mudam, Fenton. And what of it? And he instructed me to contact you about an amulet he gave me. Now, when we talked to Mudam, I don't recall him giving us this amulet at all. Do you guys remember that? I feel like the game left this out. But it said in our little quest details or adventure details that Mudam is going on a mission that he doesn't believe he's going to return from, even though I don't recall him saying anything about that. But I think it left it out. And I was looking at a guide and it talks about this, that we have to give him this little amulet. So let's just pretend that Mudam gave it to to Callan. So he has instructed me to contact you about an amulet he gave me. I see. And do you have it with you now? Yes, here it is. Show him. After a few moments of examining the amulet and referencing some scrolls, this item bears the markings of the Dark Cloaks. And this marking here, and he points to a prominent initial on it, indicates a personal identification of some sort. I'm not exactly sure who, but I am certain that this amulet must be a marker, or a way for the thieves to identify themselves with each other when outside their territory. And he bends to examine it again. Fenton? The material used in the manufacture of this item is unknown to me, but I doubt there are many in the world who could identify it. And he grabs a scroll and recites a passage which causes the item to glow with a rainbow of soft colors. Amazing! But what is it, Fenton? I just tried using a magical identification spell on it in order to ascertain its origin and the magics placed upon it. And, well, according to the spell, the item should be glowing with the color of the type of magic it is. If it were to glow with a black aura, it would be enchanted with necromantic magic, or red if sorcerer magic, etc. And as you can plainly see now, it glows with a changing rainbow of colors. So it's a bunch of Skittles. So do you believe all types of magic were used on it? That is what I thought at first, but look at how the colors shift and change instead of staying as one, or even one set of colors. As you watch the amulet, you can see what he is talking about. The aura colors change constantly and bleed into one another. It appears magic, beyond any type we currently know, was used to enchant this item. It is truly beyond anything I've ever seen before. And you say you got it from Mudam? Aye, Fenton. He claimed it was an old item, and was uncertain of its origins, but indicated it carried with it a hidden power which I could release if I was ready. I see. And he scratches his head. Well, if Mudam has given you this item, then he must trust you completely, and he must be foreseeing his own mortality. You believe Mudam's going to die? Well, I only feel Mudam believes his end is approaching. If this is true, then he has selected his successor. Oh, wild. It is you, Callan, who Mudam wishes to replace him as chief agent of the hunters of this region. This is a high honor, but with such a placement comes many liabilities. Are you ready for such a responsibility? I could say, I put my faith in the opinions of Mudam, I'm ready, or are any of us truly ready to accept such a position? I wager not, but regardless, if Mudam has chosen me, then he believes I am. Then let the trial commence. Before you can hold such an office, you must know more about this amulet, and myself. For you see, I am not only an aloof sage here in Avalon, but I am also the emissary for scouts and historian for the hunters. This amulet does bear a powerful enchantment if the individual wearing it is experienced enough, but it also serves another purpose. A second purpose, what would that be? Legend says that it is a key to a doorway that no one save he who holds the amulet may see. Beyond this door lies the lair of shadows. It is here, in this dire dungeon, that you must prove yourself. In the heart of the lair lies a chest, and within it an item will appear. Lair of Shadows? The Lair of Shadows is a series of tests that only a master scout can pass. Only the one with the amulet may proceed into it. Anyone following him should stay behind, as the magic of the lair will consume him or her. That doesn't sound very friendly. Has anyone... Alright, what item is in the chest? That depends on the spirit of he who opens the chest, and what has brought him to it. Over the centuries, no one has managed to find this dungeon. According to my research, I believe it is located in the ruins below Avalon. So no one's found it yet. Unfortunately, the imminent attack of the Sha'ul forces keeps us from finding the exact location of the lair, and so it will remain hidden. Perhaps it will be as the legend goes. When the time has come, that which cannot be found will reveal itself to he who is ready. So does that mean we have to wait for the time being before we can pursue this? Since we can't get into the underground? Because of the skeletons? What else do you know about the amulet, Fenton? Well, the amulet of the unseen brings with it a privilege to learn a rare shadow technique, if you are experienced enough to learn it. That sounds interesting. Are you ready to be instructed? Oh, heck yes! I am ready to train in the ways of the Master of Shadows. +6 to stealth, -25 restriction, +4 to perception, 45 training points. Oh yeah. Fenton's body moves with a serene grace you never thought possible from the sage. As you mimic his motions, the enchanted words spilling from his mouth overcome your form, vitalizing it, and revealing things you never thought possible. As you continue to practice the movements, a vision comes to you. You see a doorway, and then a temple, fire, rock, the dead rising, an empty room, objects moving by an invisible force, then blackness. When your vision returns, you lay exhausted on the floor. Are you well, Callan? I received a vision. During your training? That is indeed very rare. Tell me what you saw. I saw a place encased in rock, like a church, but it wasn't a church. It was like a doorway, and within the doorway was an inferno of fire. Was this a frightening vision? Were you scared, Callan? Did you cry? Some of the images were scary, but some were not. I felt a very ancient feeling throughout the whole thing. Even though the flames were deadly, they were more exciting than fearsome. I'm not sure what it all means. Well, visions are never easy to explain, young one. Perhaps in time it shall be revealed to you. Until then, farewell. I must return to my studies. I have much yet to do. Alright, farewell to you as well, Fenton. Alrighty. The amulet, okay, so that's, Mudam's on his final mission, possibly, and the amulet Mudam gave me radiates combined magic, but the sage Fenton believes it is really a key to a hidden doorway. Let's talk to Fenton again, because we need to ask him why he's been so busy. That was just the amulet we brought. Why are you so busy? And he sighs, apparently realizing that you're not going to leave him alone. He's like, geez Louise, didn't I just spend all that time on you, Callan? Well, for the past few months, I've been researching the truths and myths about a guild of thieves who lived in the city here before Avalon was built. But why have you been busier than usual lately? Well, that's because of a few older texts I could not That's because a few of the older texts I found could not be translated. Sure, I could decipher a few of the inscriptions, somewhat, but never enough to fully understand them. That is until recently. And why is that? Probably because of that. The Fornaxans brought that stuff. Thanks to the arrival of a few Fornax mages, we've come into contact with extremely helpful tomes that allow us to completely translate the ones we were having problems with. And what have you learned? It tells me, okay. Ah, yes, Marcus tells me you found a collection of scrolls made into a book. Is this what you speak of? Precisely! The book isn't really a book, just a bunch of scholarly notes, compiled together in a binder. Before, I was unable to comprehend the ancient tongue in which they were written, but with the aid of the Fornax donated tomes, their secrets have finally been revealed. That should be exciting. What have you learned then, Fenton? The scrolls speak of this land in the time before Avalon. It appears that there was at one time a very thriving city located here, but the notes fail to indicate what happened to it. Instead, they focus more directly on a guild of thieves who lived within the city. Well, I've heard rumors about this city that was here before Avalon as well, but a guild of thieves, you say? You remember in the first chapter, I think Olan and maybe Mudam, but Olan definitely speaks of maybe Elrath. They talk about the ruins underneath Avalon. But there was a thieves guild, huh? I believe these scrolls or notes were actually taken by a sage who spent a great deal of time with these thieves, and I wouldn't at all be surprised if this person had been a member of the guild. In fact, I believe this to be the case very strongly. The details of the guild's actions, and how he seems to know more than rumors, but actual daily activities, one can deduce that he would have had to be a member. Well, what else do these notes tell you, Fenton? Well as giving a history and account of the guild's actions, the notes also detail magical incantations and shadow incarnation passages. It is my firm belief that these thieves were far more powerful than the scouts and hunters of today. It appears that they had devised a way to actually become one with the shadows, in a sense, to become a living shadow. A living shadow, you say? It appears they could change their form from one of substance to one of light, or more precisely, of shadow. Without substance or dimension, they could slip through the thinnest of cracks. Being creatures of pure shade, they became completely undetectable in all but the brightest of light conditions. That's truly a remarkable level of skill, geez. According to my research, the thieves were able to swap the physical aspect of their persona with pure shadow, perhaps by transferring their bodies to the plane of shade, and in return placing it with the stuff of that plane, while somehow managing to keep their spirits here on this world. Well, that would indeed be a remarkable ability to possess. I'd wager it would take enormous amounts of research. Exactly, Callan. This is exactly why I've been so busy lately. You've been researching a way to duplicate this ability? Precisely, my friend, and I believe I've found a way to do just that. You have? Maybe I should be more specific. I believe I can replicate a portion of their abilities into an individual who has spent time in this profession. Aha! AKA the scout or ranger. Actually, the Fornax mage who gave me the text to translate the scrolls, Anthamas Shadamar, also believes we could do this. He has charged me with devising a way to grant this ability to all our scouts, and possibly in time our regular troops. And by that you mean a scout? A scout? You mean a scout? You mean a hunter? I should point out that I cannot yet fully duplicate the full power of the thieves' abilities, but I am able to simulate it to a lesser degree. This could only be done on someone skilled in the ways of a thief. And by that you mean... What I mean is, I haven't had enough time to perfect my research and test it. Therefore, I'm not willing to test it in full force upon an individual, and since this would be a far weaker variation of the final enchantment, I would need someone who is already halfway there, a scout, if you will. In order to make sure I'm going about it the right way, I need to first test it on a lesser level. for I fear I might permanently change the person or harm them physically. Yeah, that would be kind of terrible to get permanently put into that shadow state. Well, could I help you in any way? Would you like to help me in my research? By helping me collect the last ingredients I require and testing the lesser enchantment, we could test these theories Anthamas and I have come to without harming anyone. Of course I would. It would be my pleasure to assist the scout historian of Avalon. It would make Mudon proud of me. What a good boy. This enchantment could capture the soundless movement of the dead, rendering the individual silent as well as possessive of increased abilities. Possessed of increased abilities, not possessive of. As I work on the final preparations for this enchantment, I need you to seek out two key ingredients. One is a rare mixture, the Elixir of Shade, which Gensa stored for me in his tavern long ago. I doubt he remembers exactly where it is, so he'll probably have to look around for it. The other is a potion one of Anthamas' servants, the Guard Alain, in the Outer Keep carries. It is a potion called Silent Spirits. Oh, and that's the dude we talked to earlier. I will return when I have both of them for you, Fenton. Alrighty, so we've updated our quests. The Guard Alain in the Outer Keep carries an elixir I must acquire for Fenton, and Fenton requires the Elixir of Shade from Gensa. Well, I think I'm actually going to call this right here. We'll finish talking to the last 2 or 3 stages next time, and we'll go talk to Alain and Gensa and continue with our secretive questing. This is kind of cool. I don't know, this is interesting. Some last minute upgrades. We've definitely improved our character again. Look at his stealth skill is, without the shadow spell on him, is at 91. So if you look at our coordination is quite high, our perception is quite high, stealth is quite high, but yeah, all around, look at our restrictions. Callan could wear just about anything and not be restricted. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, I don't know, all in all, we're doing pretty well, and we still have a lot of training points left, so that's pretty cool. So next time we will fetch those items that Fenton needs and that Opias need. We'll talk to the rest of these sages, and hopefully we can continue on our way. We're wrapping things up here, and I don't know, this is kind of like the last bit of calm before the storm, I think. So I want to say thank you for joining me on this episode of my Let's Play of Siege of Avalon here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. Take care, y'all.